My wife sat the whole family down at the kitchen table. She goes, all right, I'm going to Vietnam for 9 days, okay, with my best friend Sandy. The girls start unraveling immediately. George is like, who are we staying with? My wife's like, Dad. They're like, who's watching us? My wife's like, Dad. They're like, who's watching Dad?
Sounds familiar. Comedian Bert Kreischer is a stand-up star with a standout appearance on stage. His shirtless persona is very familiar to fans, and so is his signature routine. His original Facebook post of his stand-up bit entitled "The Machine" has garnered more than 40 million views online. The YouTube clip has more than 48 million. Jamie Wax met up with Kreischer in Los Angeles. Jamie, with shirt on. Jamie, good morning.
Good morning. Yes, that's right. There is toplessness in this piece, a warning. In the words of the Bare Naked Ladies, Bert has a history of taking off his shirt. He is now doing that around the country on his Bertie Boy The Relapse tour. And he still performs that story just like a musician giving his fans the hit song they want to hear. And as you'll see, he's evolved while staying authentically himself.
Igor looks at me, and in Russian he says, "Machine, go behind the bar and grab bread." In Russian. For a second, I'm like, I'm learning.
Comedian Bert Kreischer is known internationally as the Machine.
He's like, grab the money. I'm like, huh? And I realized at that instant, we're robbing the bar cart.
That's because of the viral video of his most famous routine that describes his experience traveling overseas in college and accidentally committing a crime with the Russian mafia.
You're done. Stand up. And Big Igor looks at me confused, then smiles, takes a big sip of vodka, spits it in her eyes, and goes, "No one talks to the machine like that."
And it's a true story, right? Without embellishment.
Yeah.
I'm not in trouble? No.
Yeah, it's a true story. I have pictures from it. I ran into my teacher. I ran into classmates come out that they were there. And I think everyone has different versions. Mine's definitely funnier. I think the people that got robbed don't have, if theirs isn't as funny as mine.
Everybody make some noise for the machine!
People have been coming to hear him tell that story for over a decade. This summer, Kreischer took a roster of his favorite fellow comics and toured like rock stars for his fully loaded comedy festival. Stand-up, selling out a 7,000, 10,000 seat amphitheater, which you've been doing on this tour, is almost unheard of.
I wish I had a real answer. I'm as shocked as you are. Last night we were in a 10,000 seat baseball stadium and it's packed. And I know what it looks like from stage, but then I see an aerial of it. And then we break their ticket sales record.
My dad one time got in the shower with me because I was taking too long and he had to go to work. I was in 9th grade.
The stand-up comedian has become a master of media.
Let's just see how freaked out he gets when I turn him upside down.
With TV show appearances.
You can do this!
I can do this!
2 podcasts.
How long do you think it takes for Jennifer Aniston to become attracted to one of us on a desert island? A while.
Massive sold-out tours.
What a fantastic night of comedy this has been.
And popular Netflix specials.
My wife is brutally honest. Dude, I was getting undressed in the bedroom the other day, and through the doorway, I hear her go, "Whoa." Like, is that for me? And she goes, "You do not look good naked." Like,
And all of this success started in 1997, when Rolling Stone magazine named Kreischer the top partier at the top party school, Florida State University.
I remember when I read it, I'm such a moron. As I started reading it, I was sitting in my living room and in my underwear, and I just got the article. And I was like, it took Bert Kreischer 6.5 years to become the man he is today, the #1 party animal at the #1 party school. You wanna know how stupid I am? I started crying. I was like, that is who I am. What the?
How much did that change your life?
Like, overnight, polarly. But most importantly, I got a few older men, my dad's age, my dad included, called me up and they said, this is an opportunity for you. If you want to pursue a dream in comedy or in Hollywood, this is your jumping off. And if you don't do something right now, you'll regret it. And so it gave me the bravery. I had this article behind me. I had this feeling that Like, it's already happening for me. Let's move to New York and start a stand-up career.
The other day, we're in the grocery store, right? And I scream out real loud. We're in the produce section. I go, honey, now.
And that's exactly what he did.
My wife has been with me long enough to know nothing good is coming after honey. So she plays it off like, I don't know this guy. I don't know him at all.
You are this authentic, very fun, very funny guy, but the art of stand-up is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Did you learn as you went?
Yeah, I learned good things and bad things. So I moved to New York. Very quickly, my first time on stage, I was really good. But I was telling stories, long-form stories, which is not the style in New York. And so I learned how to write jokes and tell jokes. And I don't think that was technically my voice, but I learned that skill and did that in crowd work. And I learned all of that doing stand-up in the Village at Boston Comedy Club.
So this is home base for you.
Yeah.
When he's not on the road, he's here at his LA home, spending time with his wife and daughters, all of whom are the subject of a lot of Kreischer's comedy.
My daughter, Isla Kreischer, named her period Jason because she got it on Friday the 13th.
You are a family guy.
Yeah.
But you're also the party guy. Does that come into conflict at all? Is having kids change that for you at all?
Yeah. I remember when I had Georgia, I was like, I'm not gonna drink. I'm done drinking. And my daughter will never see me with a drink in my hand. I remember saying that. My wife's like, well, she can't see past like 6 inches until she's like 6 months. I go, okay, I got 6 months. And then next thing you know, you're the dad who is on podcasts and drinking and partying, and your kids just get used to it, and it's kind of the only thing they know. I never get out of control. I'm just a fun guy who maybe will say something inappropriate and probably will wear a Speedo. If anything, the example I've set for them is like, have fun, party, have a great time, but be responsible.
And Bert Kreischer says the party isn't ending anytime soon.
Do you ever see yourself slowing down?
No, I'm not gonna slow down. Make hay while the sun shines. That's my motto. If you wanna come see me perform, I'll be there. If you wanna give me a movie, I will do it. This is the best job in the world. Like, I'm never gonna stop doing it.
Thank you!
I will be 75 years old, shirtless on stage, and people will be like, oh, he's the machine.
I mean, come on. He is engineered for fun, that guy.
Talk about enjoying life.
Yes.
Making the most of it.
And I will tell you, not only is he really hilarious, he's a giant open heart. He is the sweetest guy in the world.
Seems like a giant teddy bear.
The inspiration, I should say, for Van Wilder.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah.
He's Van Wilder.
He is Van Wilder. He was the #1 partier at Florida State University, the #1 party school in 1997 when Rolling Stone did that article.
There's a whole backstory we're going to about that, but we won't.
Stuff.
Yes.
Great stuff, Jamie.
So give us the backstory of Mr. Van Wilder.
Van Wilder, well, it was his first Hollywood development deal based on the Rolling Stone article, and one of the writers took it. It fell apart, like many projects do. He has never seen the movie, and he's never sued anybody for it, although it is acknowledged it's about him.
This is the 2002 movie with Ryan Reynolds.
That's correct. This launched Ryan Reynolds. Yeah, that's how bad Hollywood got it. Ryan Reynolds playing Bert Kreischer.
Well, he was young.
Yes.
He was younger
But also, we talked about that infectious laugh. We have a little clip reel that you'll enjoy. Take a look.
Oh, wow.
When are you cutting it off? It's just like. It's just... That was my day with Bert.
She reaches with some of those laughs. That's amazing.
Yes, indeed. I mean, I got to be with him in Mississippi. I got to be with him at his home with his family in LA, and he is just hilarious.
I got to imagine for his daughters, I'm thinking about the joke about the daughter that named her period Jason.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
At what age will those girls just suddenly go, it's off limits now, Dad?
No, I don't. I think they've grown up with it. It's just like, growing up with a second language in the household.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, my children would never forgive me.
Right. Can you imagine the things that you say that they freak out about already?
No, you embarrass Margot daily. And, you don't even have to do
You see
that.
it on the phone.